All right, let's test a couple of epic new items right here at the McGolf shop. Welcome back to the McGolf shop, and the internet is buzzing, absolutely buzzing with the new Callaway release. It's called the Epic. It's the Epic series. There's an Epic Big Bertha, an Epic Sub-Zero. And if you look at all the other YouTube reviews, they're all about the Jailbreak technology. Okay, so let's start with the Jailbreak technology. All right, my friend and rep Mike Gherkin has allowed me to have the cutaways here, so we're going to be able to get in here and show you some real pictures of the cutaway and what it does. And what I have here first is the Sub-Zero. Now, if you look right in there, you see those two bars? Those two bars, those are 3-gram titanium bars. And they hook to the top and they hook to the bottom. Alright, now if you go to the Callaway website, it talked to when you hit the ball on a typical face, that it would, the top and the bottom was doing like this, it was expanding. And when they put this in here, it allowed them to conserve some energy. When they conserve that energy, that results in ball speed. Okay, and everybody wants ball speed. Right, the more ball speed equals more distance. So how did they come up with this? Well, on the Sub-Zero, we're going to kind of work backwards. Everybody's had the Big Bertha. I'm showing you the player's model. The real difference here is if you want a lower spinning driver, it's the Sub-Zero. If you want the regular model, it's the Big Bertha. All right, the lower spinning model doesn't have a sliding weight, it has 2 movable weights. But let's look at this first. The reason why they're able to do a lot of what they do is because of stuff like this. This is a triaxial, okay, woven graphite, for lack of a better term. And what this is see how that sits? That sits into here, which is what they call their exoskeleton, or their exocage. And you see, this is a lot of weight that has been removed from metal and turned into graphite that allows them to place it in this particular area. So you can get a lower spinning driver because most of the weight is moved forward. They also have it on the crown. Crown fits on here like that. Now this has a nice gloss black finish, and it finishes into a clear so you can see some more of the triaxial compound. Okay, and if you look at the top, it still has the air disturbance fins, or the chevrons, whatever we want to call those, on the top. Okay. Oh, Speed Step crown. Mike's over here giving me some pointers. Speed Step crown. Okay, and what that does is that allows the airflow over the club a little bit better. Now you combine all that and you get 2 of these weights. They look like that. Let me do a little bit better. They look like that. Okay, one is a 12-gram, one is a 2-gram. And obviously the 2-gram will most likely go here and the 12-gram will most likely go here. Now if you really want to go low, if you're wanting to hit one of those things that just killing all kinds of earthworms, then you turn it around. Okay, and you put the 12 in the front and the 2 in the back. I don't know many people that are going to do that, but that's what it is. Okay. For the regular Epic, let's put that right here. You have that same piece, a little bit smaller because they had to make room for the sliding weight. All right, the sliding weight is 17 grams. Sliding weight 17 grams. Now, you know, you'll never see it like this. You'll see it in here. All right, and what they're saying is 22 yards dispersion. What does that mean? That means if I set it here and hit a ball, and I set it here and hit a ball, hit right there, hit a ball, that the dispersion will be 22 yards of direction. Now, 17 grams, okay? As a rule of thumb, if you're moving CGs and whatnot, you needed 10 grams. If you wanted to make a real difference in how this works going this way, whether you're closing the face or keeping it open, 10 to 12 was a number. So 17 is huge. All right, that's a big deal. So now so when you go to a fitting and it's set at neutral and you need it to close or open just a little bit, just a little bit of movement here, just like that, a little bit of movement, that's going to make a big deal. So you really want to go get a fitting done so you get the right one the right settings put in your bag. Now, what else can you adjust on this? Well, all right, this also has an adjustable hosel in here as well. So you can go -1, +2, draw, neutral, and their S, which is standard as well. So you can stay with that. So you have an adjustable hosel, adjustable weight on the regular Big Bertha Epic, and then on the Sub-Zero Epic you still have the adjustable hosel and you have the 2 weights. Okay. And with the triaxial compound graphite, and then the Jailbreak technology is in both of them. All right, now what they come with? Well, the ones that were brought to me were the new Rogue Max. So I got the new Rogue Max. They had the Hazardous, and here's the deal. I'm a big black and green guy. So when they came out and they showed me the black and green, let's check out the head cover. They got the Callaway, got the Epic, and this thing comes in the black and green. I'm pretty much already sold. However, we did some testing, and we'll go over that here in just a minute. But they got the Hazardous, okay, Project X Hazardous, in the gray with the green trim, and they have, I used the 6.0 55 gram model. I thought it worked awesome, okay. They also have they have 4 standard shafts, okay. They have the Aldila Max I just showed you. They have the Project Hazardous, Project X Hazardous, they have that one. They have the Fujikura Pro. I don't know what the 4th one is. Oh, the Diamante Green Board. Okay, the Diamante Green Board is like that 40 gram, very flexible model that the slower swingers, the smoother swingers would probably like. It is very cool looking, and it's a new one that's been added. So all this green is coming together. Last but not least, before we get ready to go into the stats, I want to show you that they have fairway woods as well. And I'm telling you, these things are cool. All right, so the first one is their standard model. If you look at the standard model here, it is also an adjustable club. Same kind of adjustability. All right, and if you look right into here, now it doesn't have the Jailbreak technology, it has cup face technology, which means that the face, what little bit of it is, the more the face is available, so if you miss it, it's not so bad. All right, and this face actually looks really good at address. There's some folks that when you look down on it, they see too much face, or they're concentrating too much on the top of the club instead of where the ball is. I think these both they have a traditional style of shape. They still have that triaxial compound top on them, the crown on them, and I would imagine these things are going to hit a ton. Being a lefty, I don't get to see too many of these until they hit my fitting cart. So when they come back around, I'll let you know. But if you look in here, of course, there's a little bit more weight. That's not that's just a little bit heavier carbon, it feels like. And again, with the cup face. Now this one, again, they'll have about the same shaft styles just for fairways. All right, which means typically you're looking at about 10 grams heavier. So 75 grams, I imagine 85 grams. And the Diamante, which was for the lower spinning guys, this one is a 50 gram. So for those guys that like a lighter club, that thing's going to work. Okay. Now the Sub-Zero, you got a Sub-Zero fairway wood. If you notice, movable weights again, right? Movable weights. Still has the same kind of head, but it has a different head shape. It also goes into the triaxial. Still has the cup face technology, and it still has the adjustable hosel. Now the availabilities in them are a little bit different. Okay, you're gonna in the more the regular fairway wood will have a strong 3, and we'll go through the series. You know, you have your 3-wood, 5-wood. I have a 7-wood and a heavenwood and a 9. I have a 9 and a heavenwood. All right, so there's a huge. So if you're a fairway wood player, and the heavenwood has always been like a phenomenal club for Callaway, one of those things that will always stay with them. And the other one, you'll have your standard, you know, your 3, 5, and 7. Okay, and that's what the that's basically the line. So the looks on this thing are great. Okay, they sit nice. There's nothing extraordinary about them. There's no long elongated club. The colors are really nice. It's easy to look down on. You're not going to get blinded by something that is very shiny, but I don't think you're going to get blinded by it. The shafts that they've picked are the real deal. They're not the aftermarket engineered for one of that crud. All right, and the grips that you're going to get on them are the dual decade. Okay, they're the platinum series. All right, that's what this is. That's the platinum part of it. And if you look, you get a little green chevron, a little green cap. So that way you know it's yours, because that's not a stock offering from Golf Pride. So you get a good grip with the shaft that color matches, and it goes right into the head. I took it out. Okay, now hold on a second. I told you hold on a second because I wanted to get the iPad to just tell you the exact numbers that we're talking about here. All right, they're talking about club head speed, or ball speed. Are you seeing the ball speed that comes up here? All right, now we're talking, I just went out there and I just hit five apiece, and I just took out one worst, just one worst out of each one, and here's what I got. On my gamer, I was swinging on the average of 103.3, and with the Epic 104.4. So 1 mile an hour difference. All right. The things that I look at when I do a fitting, that's one of them. Smash factor is another one. That's how well you hit the ball, right? How's that ball jump off that club face? All right. For me, the smash factor on my gamer was a pathetic 134. 134. On the Epic with their stock offering was 142. All right. So here's what I tell people. This is a ratio, that is a ratio between club head speed and ball speed. So if you go 0.01, 0.02, 0.03 is like, oh yeah, okay, that's kind of a, you know, you improved. 0.04, 0.05, 0.06, and it was like, hey, you made an improvement. That's something to keep in the bag. You start getting above 0.06, you're 0.07, 0.8, 0.9, it was like, why isn't it in your bag now? That's the difference, and that's how you work that. All right, so what does that result in? Well, as far as carry distance, on my gamer was 222.7, and on the Epic was 242.7. That's 20 yards of gain. Dude, I don't ever see that. Well, I've seen it once or twice, but not on a hole. Total distance was 238.9 with my club, 262.2 with the Epic. That is tremendous. And that is with what you call average swings on both clubs. There wasn't any, I didn't nuke one more than the other. That's just what it is. Okay. Ball spin, which they're all, you know, that's the other important factor, ball spin. It was a whopping 3,800 for my gamer, and that's just, now mind you, these are big numbers, but I was hitting brand new, really cold range balls. All right. But it's apples to apples because they hit the same kind. So 38.61 with mine, 35.80 with the other one. So I dropped 300 RPM. So if I want to drop this, you know, I already know this from tons of testing. The minute I go to a tour-like ball, like the Chrome Soft, right? I go to the Chrome Soft. I'm easily dropping 800 RPM from that. That's just the testing I've done. So between 800 and 1,000. So I could be hitting 2,500 to 2,700 RPM, which is perfect, right? With just that one. So I'm right there. So guess what's going in my bag? All right? It's a good thing I know Mike. Otherwise, I'd have a hard time with this. So that's what we got. That's the review. Is it truly something epic? Well, the numbers don't lie. All right, I just gained 20 damn yards, by hitting the club stock out of the doggone bag. I took it right out of his bag. We took the plastic off and hit it compared against my gamer. Same balls, same everything, 20 yards. And this, okay? Everybody's missing that. You can hit it a ton. They say the trees are full of long drivers. But when you do this with it and it's landing in a circle, man, that's a deal, and that's what it did for me. Now, is that going to do that for everybody? Probably not. That's pretty extraordinary. However, it's going to be more than what you had, and that's the important part. So, get your fitting, get the right club, the right shaft, the right model of club, which one you want, and then get it set right. I'm telling you, it's going to be the deal. So, if you like what you heard, hit the like button. All right, if you want to hear some more about this, or when we do some more of the reviews, because they're coming, I'm going to do the Steelhead Hybrid. I'm going to have some buddies hit the Fusion Fairway Woods as well, and so you can see more reviews. All right, so subscribe. All right, and thanks for watching, and let's see your scores go low. I forgot to mention one thing. I went through my reps bag, and I did a lot of measurements. I'm big with that kind of thing. Sometimes you see that they say 9 and they're really 12, or they're 9 and they're 8, or whatever. So I measured them. Everything's 45.5. All the loft angles were well within spec. They were either what they were stated plus or minus a half a degree. Half degree, that's on me. One way or the other. So that well within any kind of manufacturing tolerances. In fact, that's excellent. You will find that as you go with the Sub-Zero, which is more of the pro model, that in the Fairway Woods they're a little flatter. So if you have a flatter swing, chances are you'll like that. So lofts, lies, lengths are all good. You find the flexes, when they go to get flexed, are going to be a little bit higher than advertised because the shafts are butt stiff shafts. So they're going to read higher. But the more important part about it is the stiff here, the regular here, the A here, and so on. And the answer to that is yes, almost to the exact CPM. The last one is the swing weight. As the higher the stiff had the highest swing weight at a D4, the R had a D2, and the other one had a D1. So really they float, and that's what it is, because it has a little bit less weight. So all in all, they are exactly what they advertise, so you don't have to worry about getting something jacked up that you might not like, which tends to be part of the problem with OEM type equipment, that they don't get exactly where that's what we do here. So don't be afraid. They did a real good job.